Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to F1 2020, My Team Principal, episode number 16. We're on that back half of season number 3 here. And at this point, the only thing stopping us is Calderon. Juju Noda is completely dominating, winning, oh gosh, what is it, like 8 straight races now? It's a lot, either way. Calderon is the only thing that could potentially slow us down from winning the championship. I'd love to see Calderon at least win one race before the end of the season. So we're going to focus on personnel upgrades as best we can get them. So we're going to aim for the final ultimate upgrade in the aero department, and literally the final upgrade in the department, maximizing full bar what we get from here. 30% chance of failure, few races to go. Might not happen. We'll give it a shot. We are so far ahead. Only 5 teams in the points, as all 10 drivers are from those 5 teams. Russell and Verstappen 6th and 10th. The Ferraris 8 and 9. Red Bull, really solid performance from them, grabbing 16 points in 5th and 7th after they've really struggled this season. Really compact battle from 3rd through the end of the points and beyond. But at the top, total domination. Our car was leaps and bounds better than everybody else. Calderon 8 seconds clear of Bottas. She had the pole, couldn't hang on to the win though, as I come all the way through the field, or Noda comes all the way through the field to win comfortably by 11 seconds ahead of Calderon. But that's both drivers on the podium, and that's what it's going to take to secure the championship. Calderon now comfortably into 5th place, well ahead of both Ferraris, and closing in on Verstappen a bit, just 40 points behind. Still has a chance to move up the order before the end of the season. But with that, we go 77 points clear of Mercedes, and starting to look likely for the drivers and the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull jumps AlphaTauri to 6th place. So we follow up the wet Singapore Grand Prix with the Russian Grand Prix in Sochi. And it's another 1-2. Noda comfortably 10 seconds ahead. Calderon in 2nd. Much closer to the pack this time, only a few seconds ahead of him. But it's another dominating performance. Williams has surpassed Haas. But otherwise, starting to be samo. Ricciardo passing Vettel. 2 Ferrari drivers switching places. And we're nearly 100 points clear now. I've been holding off on upgrades for the most part, just in case there's a rule change, and we are getting quite late in the season. Still haven't seen anything. It's not impossible at this point, but it's getting pretty dang late in the season for them to spring that on us. So I'm going to go ahead and make a chassis upgrade, as that's our weak department. Powertrain, it's close. 2 upgrades left to go. Chassis, this will put us down to 5 as that upgrade goes through. The aero will be done. Durability, the one area that lags behind significantly, and I'd like to invest in it, but I just fear a late pull of the trigger on rule changes that could destroy me. Suzuka, wet. Still another 1-2. Mercedes, again, the car is right behind us. Russell taking 5th, sandwiching the Ferraris with Verstappen in 8th. Red Bull consistently, after some improvements, now back in the points. McLaren hasn't scored in a while. I'm guessing their position is in jeopardy. I think Calderon is still heading upward. Russell jumps Vettel in the standings. 177 points clear. Noda has already claimed the Drivers' Championship. I didn't even get a notice. There wasn't even an announcement that she locked up the championship. That's kind of sad. But it's done. There's only 4 races to go, 104 points available to winner and fastest laps. She's well clear of that. Constructors, that's still up for grabs. 111 points. Yes, it's more than 104, but you get 2 drivers on a team. So, yeah, you can get 42 points a race. So that one's not locked up yet, but at 42 points a race, we're getting close. It could happen next race or the race after. 4 races to go. I'm starting to think we are safe. Can't guarantee it, but I do not think there's going to be a regulation change. I think it would have come by now. I really do. So, still hanging on to some points. I don't even have any aero upgrades left to do. It's done. 24 of 24. The car is maxed out in the aero department. The engine's close. Chassis, it's still got a ways to go, but it's good. It's the best. Durability, the only thing hurting us. I decided it's time to experiment with something just to see if it has any impact on the race simulations. AI driver level was set to 65. We're going to go ahead and go to Ultimate on this as we head into the US Grand Prix. McLaren back in the points after a long absence, but still one Red Bull up there, keeping the pressure on, actually even outscoring the McLarens combined. Calderon only 4th place in this race after a string of successive 2nd place finishes. Calderon drops to 4th here, but Noda still wins. Notably, Noda only wins by 8 seconds. Is that the AI? Is that the difficulty level? It didn't change the result, but the race was definitely closer. Was it circumstantial? Was it just the race? Hard to say. So we'll go another race weekend and see if things continue trending this way. Calderon now just 6 points behind Verstappen. Easily could pass him before the end of the season. Hamilton is clear of his teammate by 28 points. So he's got a 1 race advantage as we close in on those final few races. And now at 116, it's not quite secure yet, but we are really close to our first Constructors' Championship. We haven't quite finished the department here, but the simulator we could upgrade for 15 million to the final. That gets us really close because there's only a single personnel upgrade left to go, and it's only 6 million. But at this point, it's very late in the season. If we were continuing on, we'd want to have enough money to obviously re-sign Calderon. So 2 departments nearly maxed out. Resource point generation in the other 4 departments maxed out, but we barely scratched the surface on those other upgrades. 1 more season, though, I think we'd be pretty close to done with everything. I do wonder if turning the AI up to Ultimate had an impact. Calderon, well, she only started from 10th in this race, so maybe a problem, maybe grid penalties. Bumped her down. We are very, very low on durability after all, so entirely possible. Fights her way through to 5th place. Noda, though, as always, very consistent, fastest every race, winning every race. The car is dominant. 499 points for Noda with 2 races left to go. Calderon now just 4 points behind Verstappen. Looks like not going to go any higher than 4th, though. 119 clear with 2 races to go. That's it. We have the constructors and the drivers. Now it's just down to Calderon and whether Calderon can pull a result in the final 2 races. Suggestion that the AI level doesn't matter. We had started in the 40s for this series, and then we were in the mid 60s for probably 2 seasons worth. and then we're at the 110 at that ultimate. Doesn't seem to matter. Noda still wins every race. Calderon does claim second once again. No penalties this time, so she started from pole, finished at that top step, other than Noda, who comes through the field. So I think that those last two races, finishing a little further down, might have been a little bit of a fluke. In particular, the last race started from 10th, finished 5th. It was a good result. So I don't think the AI has any impact whatsoever on this one. And Calderon, this race, jumps Verstappen into 4th place. No change anywhere else. And with that, we're down to just a single race left. Here's what we're going to do for that last race. A few things. One, well, the series, it's going to end here. We're dominating. Noda is destroying the field despite starting in last in every single race. It only took us 3 seasons, but it is possible to simulate your way through. In F1 2019, it wasn't. But in F1 2020, it is absolutely 100% possible for you to just play with the mechanics and get your way through. And I love what they have done this year with MyTeam. And you absolutely can win. It's actually kind of too easy. It shouldn't have taken us just 3 seasons. Noda won, well, not counting the last race, so 21 races, won 19 of 21 races, including 18 straight. She won the first race of the season, and then from the 4th race on has won every single race. Too easy, in my opinion. But here we are. The car is dominant. Now let's see, can I be dominant? Final race of this career. I will get in the driver's seat. I will play as Juju Noda. It's a 25% race. I'm not going to do it on 110 Ultimate AI. I will set it back to the 65 that it was, but I will not practice. I will not qualify, so I'm going to be facing a little bit of an extra challenge, kind of a merge of our last question mark series that we had for this final race. But I have 25%. I have plenty of time to make my way through the field. But 65 AI is still hard. It's not going to be easy. Will the car be dominant enough? Will I keep enough control? Last time I was on that track in the last question mark series, I was disqualified from the race because on the opening straightaway, I made a nice move. I got ahead of some cars, and I had light contact with the car in front of me, whoever it was, I don't remember now. And it knocked off the entire end plate on my front wing. And then that was it. I was screwed from there. Had no idea that I took that damage on. Really disappointed by it. But I could not turn. And within a lap or two, I really could not turn. So we just started cutting chicanes a la Fernando Alonso in his final race with McLaren. I'm not going to do commentary during that. It's going to be too complicated, so I'm doing my outro now. I won't show you the whole race. We'll just have clips, sped up sections of it. But let's see where we finish. One last race.
start. Let's keep it up. Great maneuver. You made it look easy. Tatiana is coming in for a stop. Complete, go now. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Good job, nice overtake. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button. 2 laps of fuel left. Okay, good work. Great pass. This is your final lap of the race. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
With practice, that would have come Noda, clearly the better driver than myself, as I get through the field up to 6th place after starting in last. But because I couldn't make my way all the way through the field, look who finally did. Tatiana Calderon claims her maiden victory in the series final race. Bottas 2nd, Hamilton 3rd. Not bad, getting up to 6th. Could have been better. It was hard. It was hard at times. The AI, just a little too tough for me. That's an AI I should really be driving at, AI level-wise. Maybe a 70 at most with all the practice laps and whatnot to get that consistency down. Car was quick enough. I was quick enough on one occasion, one fastest lap. But to do that race lap by lap, I probably had 4 or 5 good laps, and that was about all that I was able to manage. Calderon finishes the championship in 4th place. The Mercedes in the sandwich. It's Hamilton before Bottas, but it is Juju Noda with 534 points, winning 19 of 22 races on the year. As a team, we grab a whopping 772 points. And that was, at the beginning of the season, I was going, I think we might win 4 or 5 this year. So much for that idea. We came out and utterly dominated. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button one final time. And if you haven't done so yet, do please scroll down, hit that big red button, subscribe for more great content. Many more series to come. CK3 right around the corner. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.